So what we're doing right now is we are trying to allocate the spaces for the first VM. So we have used the hardware of about 32 GB. And then for the first VM, we'll go to settings, and then we'll go to networks. Here we'll select NAT network. NAT network will help us to communicate between the two VMs. And here we are enabling the promiscuous mode. And then similarly, we'll also make another VM. We'll call that VM2. And we'll follow the same process. We have the same ISO of puppy Linux, just like VM1. And then after that, we'll go to hardware, and inside hardware we'll select how much processor and how much base memory we need. Uh, so after this is completed, we'll start the two so sorry, before that we'll go to settings of that Oracle VirtualBox, and then we'll check. So for we are using the net network for this as well. Allow all, and then we'll go to the network. Go to tools, and then inside that we'll go to network, and then we'll check for the IP addresses of both. Both of them have kind of 24 IP4, IP4, and then finally we'll start the two VMs. So it'll take some time to start. So we'll wait till the VM have started and booted up. So now we can see that both the VMs have actually started, and now we are disabling the firewall so that no problems arises in the network and connection options. And then we'll have to make some we'll have to change some password to enable us to apply the administrator privileges. So we are doing that right now for VM1. And now what we'll do is we'll try to find the IP address for VM1 using ifconfig. Here we can see the IP address, and for VM2 as well. We'll also so we'll have to first change the password, and then we'll search for the IP addresses using ifconfig. So once this is completed, we'll try to use the ping command to check if the connection has been established or not. So we are using the IP address of VM1 inside the VM2 using ping. So we can see that the connection is established. Similarly, we are using the ping of IP address of VM2 inside VM1. So again, we can see that the connection is happening. So now once this is complete, we'll have to make a directory inside VM1, inside which we'll have the files, the node.js files. So we have made a directory called server, and we'll go inside server, and inside server we'll update the all the packages of VM1 using sudo apt update. So we can see that the update has started. Similarly, we are using the same command in VM2 as well, sudo apt update, and here also we can see that the update has started. So once the update has complete, then we'll check, and then we'll have to install. We'll have to start the next step. So now what we'll do is for VM1, we'll then use the command sudo apt installed npm nano and node.js, and for VM2 also we'll do the same. We'll install nano and node.js as and npm. So this installation will happen right now. So for VM2 it is done. We are still waiting for VM1. So in VM2 there is some issues. So we'll again install the same things. Now I think it is installing. Yes, Nano has been installed, and then we'll again install. We'll try to install Node.js in VM2 and also npm. Let's see if this time it works or not. is for VM1 it is installed. So in VM1 we'll check the folder using pwd, and inside we'll go to Nano, and there we'll write the script, and we'll name the file as server.js. Now inside the file server.js we'll have to write the script that will enable this VM1 to send a request to VM2, so that the VM2 can respond to that request. So in server one, so in VM1 inside server.js, we are using we are writing the script const express is equal to require, and so on. And inside we are using the express function, and the port we'll be using is 4001. The port should be same for both the VMs. And we are using the service.get command that will try uh, and then we'll try and send the request to VM2. And inside the log, and inside service dot listen port we are using, we'll try inside the service dot listen, uh, from the port we'll try and communicate, so we are writing the port number there. Port is equal to 5001, and inside console.log we'll write a message that will help us to understand that yes, the communication is happening. And the communication is, the text is VM1 services listening on port 4001. So what we are doing right now is, after this has been complete, we are installing services. We are installing express, or we are installing express, and then after installing installation has been complete, we are using we are using command node space server.js, and we can see that the VM2 services listening on port 4001. So we can see that the port VM2 is able to listen to VM1. Similarly, for VM2 as well, we'll make a directory, and then we'll call it client.js. So we'll now go inside Nano. We'll use Nano to write the whole code. So inside the nano code, nano script, what we are writing is we are doing almost the same thing, but we'll try and accept the we'll try and accept the request here, receive the request. Sorry. So we can see that for VM2 as well. So for VM1, sorry, we are trying to find out the IP address of VM1. So that inside the script we'll be able to listen to like we'll be able to directly connect to VM2's VM1's IP. So we are using the URL of VM1. The port number is all is the same here as well, 4001. So we are using here client.get. And then and here in for VM2 for console.log, we'll write another text. We'll write response from VM1. And we'll also accommodate the error part, so that if there is some kind of error, it will catch it, and then some error message will be displayed. And once this is done, then we'll then install Axiom in it. So once Axiom is installed, then we are ready to send this to the VM1. So we'll write node client.js, and then we can see that yes, response from VM1 is there. So this actually shows us that we are able to we are able to connect successfully VM1 and VM2, and we can send a response and send a request, and we can also receive a response from the two VMs. So thank you.